Hey guys, I thought I'd try something new for a video today, so I'm going to show you guys how to edit a gotcha character in my style. First thing you're going to want to do is color over all the already added eye details, such as the shading and the lip and light parts of the eye and eye highlights. If this is already done for you, then you can skip this step. So the next step of this is going to be to add a new layer, set it to multiply, lower the opacity to 73, use the magic wand tool to select all of the iris, not including the outlines, mind you. Make sure you get all the little details. And then you are going to take the original eye color and I don't know how to explain this part, but just grab your felt tip pen soft and color over the eye like I am doing, and use your bucket tool to fill in the top part of it. The next thing you're going to want to do is if you want it messed up, then you can erase a little bit. Then the next step is going to be to add a new layer, set it to multiply, and lower the opacity to 76. Then you are going to grab the darker part of the eye, and you're going to color over it in the same way that you did before with the original eye color. After that, you are going to kind of repeat the same process. Add a new layer, set it to multiply, lower the opacity to 36%, and take the darkest part of the eye, not including the outline. And if it doesn't appear dark enough to you, you can go into your color palette and make it darker and color over it. And since the opacity is low, it's okay if it doesn't show up too much. And because of the fact that it's a lower opacity, you are going to want to hand color it in for this. This next step is going to be to make the pupil. You're going to create a new layer, set it to multiply, leave it at 100% opacity. Grab your elliptical ruler, make it the shape of a pupil, and make it small enough that it will fit the eye. The next thing you need to do is draw the pupil. Take the darkest part of your eye and use the circle the outline of the elliptical ruler. Make it darker if you need to for it to show up as dark as you want it, and fill it in the pupil. The next step is going to grab your dip pen hard and turn on your force fade and draw lines on the sides of the pupil like this. This will help give your pupil more dimension and make it seem more lifelike. And then repeat the process you just did on the other eye. Make it bigger or smaller depending on which eye you did first. Remove your elliptical ruler and add a new layer. Set it to multiply. It isn't showing at the moment, but just do it. Yeah, there we go. Create a new layer, set it to multiply, and grab your airbrush, your normal airbrush, and take the darkest part of your eye, including the pupil, and make the brush smaller and color over the eye like I am doing in this right now. Create a new layer, set it to lower the opacity to 79. Grab the original color of your eye / the lightest part, and gently tap the bottom of the eye with your airbrush. This will create a really bright and shiny effect to your eye. Create a new layer, set it to multiply, lower the opacity to 36, and then remove your selection area for this part. Grab your felt pen soft and grab a medium tone on your eye. And then color over the entire eye like so. And this will create a shading for the entire eye and not just the iris. Repeat on the other eye. Keep the same color, add a new layer, set it to multiply, lower the opacity to 52. And then repeat that same process, but just a bit higher up on the eye. This will create a bit more shading, but just darker. Repeat on the other eye as well. Next, you're going to clean up the aftermath of freestyling with the last steps you did, if you're messy like me. So you are going to clean up the edges like so, and just clean it up on everywhere that is not part of the eye. Create a new layer, leave it at 100%, leave it at normal and lower the opacity to 20%. And you are going to get a white color and draw really any shape you want in the pupil. This step is optional, but I enjoy drawing diamonds in the pupils of my characters, but that's just my personal preference. You don't have to do this since this step is optional. Clean up the edges if you got any on the hair or any other parts. Create a new layer, set it to add, lower the opacity to 21%, grab the lightest part of your eye and create a wave, like some sort of wave on the lower part of your eye and fill it in. And then clean up the edge of the parts that isn't on the iris. Add a new layer, leave it at normal and leave it at 100 opacity. Grab a black or whatever color your outline of your eye is and fill it in and add eyelashes if that is what you please. Create a new layer, set it to add, lower the opacity to 56. Take a light yellow shade, grab your airbrush, and gently tap at the very top of the eye. It's a little bit hard to explain this part, so just try and do as I do in this part. Now clean up the edges. Create a new layer, set to add, lower the opacity to 26. Take the same shade you have of the light yellow, but just move it so that it's a light pink. Grab your felt tip pen soft and draw a little circle or oval. If you're stupid, like me, then just do this and then clean up the edges. Create a new layer, leave it at 100% opacity, and this is where you're going to create eye highlights. Personally, I like to draw little diamonds. You don't have to do this and then draw a little oval down below. You don't have to use a diamond or even add highlights in the eye at all. Clean up the edges. This next step is also optional, but I like to add a new layer, leave it at a normal, lower the opacity to 32, and just draw little dots in the eye. It helps create a really shiny effect that I really like. Once again, this is optional. You do not have to do this. And voila, there you have it. That is how I edit my eyes. Hope you guys enjoyed.